Boom! I really understand why people get studios now, because this is the third time I've had to do this. The topic of the day is an exciting one, my friends. I am stoked to share this because it is a piece of my practice that has been far too neglected, and it is an integral one, an integrator of all aspects of it. It's the center point in a way. It's your own scripture. Perhaps you saw my last video on the value, the power of conscious thought, of mantra, of clearly and concisely creating your thoughts, and the power that the word has. To further extrapolate upon that idea, I would like to share a practice I just began and I am stoked about. I highly recommend everybody does it. I have attempted journaling dozens of times over the last dozen or more years, and the complexity of trying to have your to-do lists, maybe your dream journal, tracking your training, tracking your food, tracking your inspirations, maybe taking notes from a book you're reading, just trying to stay organized in general. The complexity of all of these different nuances is difficult because when you have too many notebooks, you get spread too thin, and then you're just disillusioned, disassociated. And that's what I think is a main problem in today's society. We have all of this information. We are constantly consuming new ideas. But if we never take time to write these ideas down, to sit and actually contemplate them and let them sink in and find how they fit in our reality, we don't ever really receive them. They're just in one ear and out the other. So, enter bullet journaling. It is a system created by a man by the name of Ryder. Last name I cannot remember, but Ryder created a system for his own organization, and it is basically turned into a cult. There's a lot of people who follow this. Now, this is a special type of notebook. As opposed to lines, it's a dotted grid. It has dots going from side to side, up and down, and because of that, you can use it to structure your own calendar, your own titles, your own lines. You can structure it however you want to. Now, be quiet, I'm making a video. That's Kogi, he likes to be on camera. Oh, and those are jackfruit, one of the world's largest fruits. They can get up to like 80 pounds or something. So if Kogi will let me continue. So it has grids and then it has numbers. Every page is numbered. And that's really where the magic is, because say I have an idea or I want to compile a list of all my YouTube video ideas. I had them on my phone, I had them on this app, I was writing them down, but I can just create a spread. I can create a spread that's like this, where I capture them all. And then I can take the page number and put it into the index. The most powerful creation, the index. Hold on, I gotta go talk to Kogi. Okay, I think he's gonna chill. So, I've always loved the idea of creating your own scripture, because ultimately, we're all working to create our own protocol, our own program. You know, you may get on the almond protocol or the carnivore diet or this type of training, but ultimately you're taking pieces of all of these different systems and creating what works specifically for you to fuel your interest, to fuel your development. So this is pretty much writing your own scripture. I do have a section in that to focus and develop my own practice, the order of operations of what I'm cultivating. And each individual element, like my training specifically, can have its own spread where I'm collecting ideas of different training methods, different practices that I've learned from over the years, putting them in one place. I can distill them into posts, into Instagram posts. I can reintegrate them into my own practice. You can make lists like what they call a habit tracker. So you have different habits you aspire to maintain. You create a grid to where you're marking them off every day that you finish them, so you can take a look at your week or your month and see how well you've done in following through on certain habits. Now, I like to capture the inspirations, the serendipities, the lessons that I learn throughout the day, because the more frequently that I can capture these things that inspire me, reiterate them, articulate them, put them in my own words, and then go back and read them, the deeper they go into my own psyche. And ultimately, the more organized this gets, the more organized my head is getting. The more uniform and aligned my daily to-do list is with my dreams and my goals. Having your dreams and your goals written down, tracking yourself, checking back in once a week, every month, writing every day, it can't be understated, the power of it, the value of it. I just watched this Jordan Peterson talk on the value of writing. I'm gonna link it in the description. You have to go check it out. The guy's a legend. If you haven't followed his work, his psychology, his perspective of life is phenomenal. And he went on a tangent about the value and necessity of learning how to write, how to actually articulate and compose your ideas and your beliefs and express them, communicate them to other people. Because ultimately it's communication that's at the root of getting anything you want in this world. To communicate your dreams, your ideals, your needs, your wants, your ideas. The only way we receive money, receive love, feedback, cultivate relationships is through another person, is with other people. So the more clearly we can refine and define ourselves, our truths, and the more clearly we can communicate and share these ideas, the better off everybody is. Communication, organization. So the bullet journal, there's already 1,000,001 videos on this on YouTube. I just recommend checking it out. I'd love to hear if you guys have other journaling technologies, self-tracking technologies that you really like. I've used digital stuff for years, but I don't always like to have my phone on me, you know, and I don't always want to look at a screen, and I can't just flip to pages. And I do know for a fact that you retain a higher degree of memory when you write things as opposed to just speak them or type them. So write things down you want to remember. Define and describe your ideals and your dreams, and reread them regularly. When you understand them more deeply, redefine them with more clarity. Ask yourself questions and find a page and write your explanation, your expression of the answer to that question. Getting clarity, getting organization brings peace, brings a feeling of solidity to an individual, collectedness. So communication, my friends, that's the topic for today, and the bullet journal is a fantastic tool to integrate all of these practices. The name of the game of this channel specifically is cultivating the ultimate state, creating that ideal state of being, state of awareness that's adaptable, that's flexible, that's creative, that can always find the gold in every situation, that can be disciplined enough to live in such a way to let the potential unfold fully. So whether it's your writing practice, your meditation, your exercise, your diet, your expression, all of these pieces of the puzzle are extremely vital. And that's what we're here to talk about, my friends. So if you're interested in any or all of the above, subscribe, share with anybody you think this may contribute to. And please share your insights, your inspirations. This channel is crowdsourced. A lot of the excellent information and ideas that I get come from you guys. And it just accelerates things when we all share. So please do not hesitate to share your inspiration, and really know that it's much appreciated and a benefit to everybody here on this forum. So, as always, my friends, lots of love and aloha, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.